Welcome racing fans to the Rev Hobbies Championship Racing Series here on the Forsaken Quarry, where 64 drivers will be tearing it up, zooming down these treacherous quarry roads, where the slightest mistake could cost them everything. But if they emerge at that finish line, they could earn a spot in the finals and take it all. Season 1 will consist of 64 cars racing for the top spot, 8 qualifying rounds, 4-car format, which means 4 cars racing at once, 4 races per qualifier. Each race will have a different starting position so that everyone gets a shot out the gate. At the end of the season, the top 16 in point standings heads on to the playoffs. Racers will earn points for their performance, with up to 100 points up for grabs for their placement throughout the entire 4-set race. On top of placement points, as a bonus, style points will be given. Any driver who performs a 180-degree recovery and crosses the finish line will earn 1 point. If a driver performs a 360 and crosses the finish line, 2 points will be awarded. Let's meet our first set of racers. First up, we got Jessica Wicked Watts in her 89 Porsche 944 Turbo. Alright, next up, we got Richard the Head Butts in his BMW M3 GT2. Followed by Landon Lightning Lamas in his 67 Ford Mustang GT. And our final racer for the first qualifying event is Sheldon Smudge Brown in his Lancia Delta Integrale. Alright folks, the stage is set. Looks like we got a great crowd on hand and they are ready for some racing action. So let's take you on over to the start line. Our cars are lined up and ready to go. Alright, we got 4 really good drivers. Let's see what happens. They're off. Butts in the front, taking the first turn. Oh, Smudge on his roof. So is Lamas. Butts is still in the front. Oh, Watts tries to make a move. He blocks. He's coming around the final turn here if he can hold. And it looks like he does. He picks up 25 points. Watts with 20. All right, let's take a look at the replay. Looks like Lightning misjudging the turn, going up on all fours, almost causing a crash behind him. Brown coming in hot on that turn, could not handle that speed and wipes out. Let's see what happens further down the track here. You see Butts and Watts almost getting held up by Lamas. They make a nice move around him to pass and put themselves on the scoreboard. So you got first place, Butts in the lead so far with 25 points. Watts in second with 20. 0 for Brown and Lamas, DNFs. All right, we're back at the start gate. Our drivers are ready for race number 2. Here we go. Oh, it looks like Butts got the whole shot here. Round turn 1, Smudge coming out of there like a bullet, handling it very well. Looks like he is pulling away here, and oh my goodness, Butts with a 180, trying to get that style points here. We got Smudge in first, Butts in second, Lamas in third, and Watts in fourth. What a race. All right, let's take a look at our race results. We got Brown in first with 25, Butts picking up that extra style point, followed by Lamas and Watts. And your overall leader so far is Butts with 46, followed by Watts, Brown, and Lamas. All right, let's take you back to the starting gate for race number 3. And they're off. Looks like Brown got the whole shot, but he tries to climb the median, recovers, Watts in the lead. Butts spins out. Lamas doing some acrobatics there. Falls into third. Watts with a 180 style points. Looks like Brown trying to get some style points, but doesn't convert. Gets hung up on the curb, and Lamas able to pass him to take second. Does not sound good for Lamas, though. All right, let's take a look at the replay here. Looks like Butts just can't handle the speed around that turn. Spins out. Lamas on the lower level here. Watch him rumble, tumble, roll. Recovers. That is 2 style points for a 360. We got Watts taking first, Lamas in second, both picking up style points there. Brown and Butts with big fat goose eggs. Our totals here, Watts still hanging on to that first place spot, picking up that extra style point along with Lamas. All right, here we go. Final race of the qualifier. It's up for grabs. And they're off. Looks like Watts with the whole shot. Lamas pulling up on the inside lane. And Watts gets dumped. Lamas pulling up in front, taking a major lead here. Followed by Butts. Oh, Lamas going for the style points and on his 2 wheels at the end there. Wow, what a race. I thought Lamas might have put a move on Watts there, but she just couldn't handle the turn. Meanwhile, Lamas taking a jump over that turn. He said, screw it, I'm out of here. At the bottom here, you can see him pulling a 180 for some extra style points. Man, and then he goes up on 2 wheels for the finish. His nickname is Lightning, but he's bringing the thunder. And Lamas coming in big with a first place finish with an extra style point there, followed by Butts, Brown, and Watts with a DNF. And with that, our total for this qualifier, Butts in first with 66. Lamas coming in huge on that last race with 65 points, overtaking Watts. She falls back from that DNF. And Sheldon Brown coming in at 4th place. All right, let's meet our drivers for the second qualifying event. In the 80 Chevy El Camino, we got Chip McGee. And we got Junior JJ Jones in his 2018 Bentley Continental GT3. Up next, we got Ollie Longshot Johnson with the Devancinator. Looks like something he built himself. And finally, to round out our second qualifying event, we got D Goblin Snutz in his 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7 FC3S. All right, let's get up to the line and get this second qualifier started. And they're off. Looks like Snutz with a slight hole shot around the first turn. Looks like he's gaining a sizable lead. The other car's colliding in the back. These Nuts way up front. Almost loses it, but pulls through, takes first. And it looks like JJ climbing the curb and holding up the line there. 3 DNFs. Snutz way up front with 25 points. And back to the starting line. Here we go, race number 2. All right, here we go. Looks like a pretty even hole shot. Coming around turn 1, it's Ollie in the front. D right on his bumper. Going into turn 2, D looking for a place to pass, but Ollie doing a really good job blocking, and he will take first, followed by D, Chip in third, and JJ coming in last. All right, D was on his bumper trying to find a pass the whole time, but nice job of blocking by Ollie, as he takes the second race, followed by D, Chip, and JJ. Total points, we got the Goblins still in first, while the other 3 finally get on the board. All right, let's take you back to the starting line for race number 3. And they're off. It looks like a pretty even hole shot. JJ coming out at turn pretty nicely. D right on him. D trying to find a passing lane, but JJ is not letting that happen. He's blocking very well, and he will hold on for first, followed by D, Chip, and Ollie. Jones gaining some much needed points there, followed by Snutz, McGee, and Johnson. Our total point leader is Snutz, way ahead of the pack, followed by Ollie, JJ, and McGee. All right, final race. D way up front, but Ollie and JJ still have a shot. Down into turn 1, and there goes JJ's chances. D way out front. He's a monster with big gaps behind him, and he easily takes first. Chip coming in second. Ollie and JJ both unable to finish the race. Let's take a look at the replay. Here goes JJ on that first turn, wiping out. Kind of slowing down Ollie, but the way Ollie's been driving, it's no wonder his name is Longshot, because it's a pretty long shot for him to win. And he just climbs the curb and says, screw it, I'm done. Your race results are the Goblin in first, followed by McGee. Johnson and Jones could not finish. Your overall winner, D Goblin Snutz with a monstrous 90 points, followed by McGee with 54, and Longshot and JJ both tied with 40 points each. From the team at Rev Hobbies Championship Racing Series, we'd like to thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you next time for the second qualifying event.